It is me again. Yeah, hello, Rombi. Hello again. Well, I did promise I would get back to this Elysium, right? I didn't promise, but I kinda promised, so. Ah, the starting soon. It is the start. I used it the last times as well. It's just nobody was here when I used it, so. That's not me. What? Might want to rephrase? You were here always? Were you always here, Neff? Or what did I say? Oh, you were always here. Sorry, Neff. Almost nobody was here on time usually. Did I write to the relevant parties and associates that I'm streaming? I think I did. So and Neff is here, so we can continue. I mean, Chosraw should be here. No, actually, Chosraw said he might not watch because Chosraw hasn't played the game to the finish yet, and today he said he might want to finish himself first, I think. I mean, I do cater to the Estonian, but Neff wasn't here before. So, what's the situation? Well, the situation is we might have to take the shit compressor, but somebody said I should try the to get the real story out of Titus. So I should just skill a point in that direction. So if we can get a skill point, which I'm not sure we can, but if I can get a skill point, we can maybe get
you
this.
Again. What is it?
Because this is a white shack. And this would need a rhetoric shack. Okay. Oh, the music might be too quiet. Oh, I think it doesn't remember what level I set it to. I'm gonna make the music louder because I think I reduced it for Pharaoh. So we can read a book. We can read this book, The Greatest Innocence. Let's read this book.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and heavy.
Crack open this immense tome.
Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. You ready?
Oh, it's Neff's pop quiz. It's related to a book. Sure, why not?
That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence?
Dolores Day is the goddess, right? The Pericarnassian were like a... still gonna say Dolores Day.
Incorrect. Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern, she was powerful and beautiful on all her icons. Her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts. You see a flash silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps? Steer clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one.
What?
A strange sensation of loss. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this. Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who was the first innocence? It wasn't Dolores Day.
I don't know who Sola is. The Pericarnassian was at least from the Pericarnassian Empire.
Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence?
Dolores Day?
Incorrect again. While she originated many modern institutions, launched several successful expeditions, and was even critical of the innocentic system itself, and somehow keeps popping up in your mind, she is not often considered the strongest. Even though the words most associated with her rule are l'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline, love, compassion, self-control, which could be seen as facets of strength. Would you like to try again?
No, but it's not. No, but I haven't even heard. I don't think I think my out of game encyclopedia is pretty good. So, but I have not gotten anything on any of these people. Like Vesper is a city, Messina is a continent. Vesper Messina is like a city and continent combination. I don't actually know why that is a person. Franco Negro is there's the Franco-Nigerian cavalry that keeps being mentioned, and Franco Negro was just mentioned right now as having described Dolores Day, so he's kind of like as having described the original, the Pericarnassian, the first innocence. So I'm just gonna guess Vesper Messina because the Franco Negro guy sounded more like a historian, so I'm gonna say Vesper Messina.
Incorrect. Vesper Messina is not a person, but a defunct state on the southeastern coast of the Occident.
I mean, I did
used to
say
take up most of the peninsula before separating into the republics of Vesper and Messina. Care to try again?
It's a big city first. Okay. Franco Negro.
Correct. Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation. Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false innocence?
The false innocence. I don't remember any of these names. I'm gonna say Kedra.
Incorrect. Kedra is a large nation in the mid-northern area of the Muindi Isola, north of the Occident, between the Ilmarin mountain range and the Pacific Mare Interregnum. Care to try again?
Erno Pasternak?
Correct. There have been a number of counter or false innocences, some assumed to have innocentic qualities, some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Erno Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind.
What? How is that even like the most precious? I mean, Franco Negro sounded pretty important. I know Pasternak did not sound important. Dolores Day also is pretty important.
Correct. The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence, a most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow and more beautiful. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get a D. Not particularly remarkable, but technically a passing grade. Not that anyone really expected better. You would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
Damn you, you arrogant book.
What's going on with you?
Thinks it's so smart, goddamn.
Okay.
You are shouting at an inanimate object, like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answers.
Alright, let's put the book away. That did not give me a level up. That didn't even give me any XP. Okay, let's get a thought breakthrough.
The Jamrock Shuffle. In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows, maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all
The
be
cocaine
yours.
skull. Find better loot and locked contain. What? I get this now? I hope there's a lot of locked containers left, because otherwise I feel betrayed. Why did... That is a savoir-faire thought. Why did I get that only now? Come on. I opened so many things. Homosexual Underground in 2 hours. Yeah. I think that's it, right? This is all I can do. You get it after breaking into 3 places. Oh. Only broken into 3 places? I guess I found too many keys. Okay, there's still another option. There's one more option, right? If I take... No, that wouldn't help. Wait, where are all my drugs? What? What happened to all my drugs? Didn't I have, like, speed and stuff? Didn't I steal, like, speed from the girl and another weird thing from the girl? From Klaasje? Did I sell that? No, who would I even sell that to? I mean, I do have Pyridolion, but I haven't used it. So I have the Pyridolion, but then there was also Preptide. For sure I took some Preptide from Klaasje. And I also bought... I bought the... No, I didn't buy the speed from the drunk. Am I blind? Okay. When I showed it to her, did that mean she took it back? Because I did show it to her, I remember that.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Alright, I'm just gonna figure out Kuno now.
He's on your
No.
crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Kuno, listen, I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown up.
Get your snout out of Kuno's ass. Kuno knows how hard Kuno pushes it. Kuno pushes it hard level. You should give up, Popo, or the Kun will keep fucking it out of you.
Are you okay, Kuno?
The Kun has her confused.
That went wrong. He took it as a compliment. Then he had a minor seizure.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
No. I guess we have to go corpse way. I have no idea. I actually was thinking I'd rather take... Wait. What? Somebody help me. Am I hallucinating? I have to clean my glasses. 1 second. This game is so janky. Jesus Christ. This is motorics. This is physique. None of this will be helpful though. Smoking. We can smoke. We can smoke. Smoking isn't that bad. I could smoke. And then I could try... I could smoke and I could try to rhetoric once again there. We weren't gonna live long anyway, so... There must be some rhetoric. I knew there was some rhetoric somewhere. There, this shirt. Yeah, yeah, I know that they weren't just wearing there. I know they just ran there. I was joking when I said, am I... Because I looked at that menu a lot. I don't know what made them reappear. Alright, we're gonna wear our our rhetoric shirt. And then we're gonna smoke. We're gonna have a smoke.
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The 1st Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
Let's pull one out.
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Let's light it up.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off.
What are the repercussions if I do this?
Repercussions? There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance, cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that. It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true.
Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in. Oh
Thick,
boy.
warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs.
Wait, that gave
Immediately,
XP?
you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop.
Yeah,
is
physics
back,
seems really
and
opinionated.
he's chill as balls.
In the
Alright.
bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health.
Yeah. I actually want to get more health. The yellow roses in the window, those aren't the flowers that were left for Klasi. What?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine
I want some
bottles,
Turuamine.
nasal
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel. Okay,
And
here.
more.
I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Yep, thank you. Keep some health. Maybe I should buy even more. I mean, I'm rather willing to sacrifice my no drugs run than my no corpse run. Because I think that's what Harry would rather do. Okay, Harry, can we do this check now once
It's
again?
you again. What is it?
So we want to figure out, we want to get Titus to tell us the real truth. No, it's locked. Ah. Aww. Rather get high than do police work? No, it's just... I tried to do the police work, it didn't work. And then Harry would rather get frustrated and get drugs than get the right thought. Okay, I need 5 XP somewhere. I need to scrape together 5 XP. What if I buy one of these games?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes.
Yeah, buy
There are
Suzerainty.
numerous types of games for all.
Wonderful choice, sir.
Let's interact with Suzerainty.
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work.
Shake the box.
The box has a nice heft to it. You hear the rattle of individual wooden tokens and feel their weight shifting back and forth. Even before you open it, you can tell that this will be a meaty game of grand strategy and complex player interactions.
Leave it perfect and undisturbed or remove the plastic wrap? Let's remove the
The
plastic wrap.
plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance.
Open the
There's
box.
a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components. Savor that new board game smell. A mix of wood, paper, and ink, all wrapped in the sweet must of cardboard.
Read the rulebook.
Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
Keep reading.
The instructions are opaque at first and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
How do you accumulate victory points?
That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource. Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers. They may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol. As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners.
Read the advice.
Remember, there are many paths to victory in Suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly.
How's the winner
The
determined?
actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
Examine the
You
components.
open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play.
Alright, let's punch out the cardboard pieces one by one.
Each cardboard token makes a satisfying ch as you pop it out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
What? You're not going to offer to let me punch any of them out?
Check out the wooden tokens.
In addition to the worker and building tokens used by each player, there are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4
I feel like I'm really
resources.
metagaming here though, because Harry would never do this. Well, maybe he
From
would.
the Empire of Sefre, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, grey marble block tokens. From the Seminine Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supramuindi and Sarah Maritza, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Ah, yes.
Oh, those are nice.
Put the components away.
You hold the open game box before you.
Hey Kim, wanna play?
The lieutenant looks over the rulebook before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6 hours. I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game.
Suggestion, huh? Why am I only on 0? Bonus from thoughts, -2. Shouldn't my hands be empty? Rope the game away. Oh, I'm holding the smokes. Oh, I hope that doesn't cancel my intellect bonus when I put them away. Let's try again.
The suzerainty box is heavy and slightly awkward in your hands. You give it a light shake and feel the pieces shift around inside.
Alright, let's try again.
What?
Nope.
Does the lieutenant hate fun? Is he
Who
the
died
fun
in-
police?
Who died and made you the fun police?
The lieutenant gives you a sour look. He may or may not hate fun, but either way, he does not appreciate your attitude.
Alright, let's try again.
Have you tried goading him?
You're just chickening out because you know I'd crush your ass.
In your dreams, maybe. I've thrashed my share of trash talkers before. Now come on, let's put childish things aside.
Alright, really Succeed in a check 2022 challenge. Really hard. It is really hard. Okay, 42%. Come on!
What is
Yes!
detective work if not an elaborate game? You need logical inference, attention to detail, the ability to analyze your opponent's motives.
Alright, come on. It might help us think of more creative solutions to the case.
I do feel like my thinking has become somewhat rigid. Maybe a little diversion to keep the mind limber is just what's in order.
See? He's doing the hard work himself. All he needed was a little nudge.
Alright, you've convinced me. How do we play?
I read the rules, I'll show you.
You explain the basic setup procedures to the lieutenant, who seems to be a quick study. You each take your bag of tokens and counters and unfold the board between you.
Between you here, just here on the floor or
In the
what?
center is the crown of Revachon. Radiating outward are her colorful vessels, each one supplying some raw material desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safre, archaeological treasures from Ilmarat, sugars from the Seminine Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supra Muindi and Sara Maritza. There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress, in case you need to put the game away and return to it later. The lieutenant goes first. He draws a contract card and moves several of his workers to the Safre territory of the board, and the others to the Seminine Islands.
He wants the sugar and the apricots, huh?
Alright, detective, your turn.
You have a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away, or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns? Remember what the rulebook said. You'll want to choose a strategy early on and stay committed to it.
Try to fulfill a contract? Let your workers rest for a while? Why rest for a while? I thought the option was to rearrange my workers. What? Which option of these is to commit to something? Oh, let your workers rest for a while.
What? It's the very beginning of the game. Your workers haven't even done any work yet.
Okay, make them work a little, but not too much.
That's more like it. You produce a handful of archaeological treasures and a smattering of other resources. Meanwhile, the lieutenant spends 2 of his sugar and 1 of his apricot tokens to complete his contract card. He is rewarded with 4 coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
Lower silently.
The lieutenant returns your baleful look with a satisfied grin. Come on, is that your game face? You're practically broadcasting your position to the lieutenant with that expression. Glancing over the board, you see several possible strategies. Pressing more workers into service would increase your economic output and help you to survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts for points and resources. Those aren't your only options. You could also show your workers how much you appreciate them by investing some of that wealth in them. After all, they're the ones producing wealth for the suzerain.
What?
Well, sure, you can do that. It's just not a terribly effective strategy, but then it's up to you.
I guess focus on fulfilling contracts would have been the good one. No, we let them work a little, so we're investing in our existing workers.
To the lieutenant's puzzlement, you spend several turns building various improvements to your territorial infrastructure. Soon, your workers have access to clean water, paved roads, and basic hobbies. In return, they produce 1 extra resource per turn.
Gaze on your workers like a benevolent parent.
Too bad investing in your workers just isn't worth many points.
What do you mean?
Take a look at the scoring tables in the back.
The lieutenant turns to one of those appendices you skipped over earlier.
You see
Kim!
in table 8C that investing in territorial infrastructure multiplies your final victory point total by 1, which is to say not at all. Whereas erecting monuments in Revachol gives you a multiplier of 5.
So you're saying I fucked up?
Yes, precisely.
Now it's the lieutenant's turn to respond. He moves aggressively onto the Safri territory. Soon, his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots. For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning apricot empire. Eventually, you relocate the majority of your workers to Supremawindi and Saramaritsa, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens. You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus. Amplified music worth 7 victory points. You've reached a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression?
We give back to the workers.
Instead of focusing on amassing points, you embark on a quixotic project to win the hearts of your worker tokens. After several turns, you've unlocked advanced hobbies and health insurance. Your workers now produce an extra 2 resources per turn.
You do realize the game is called Suzerainty and not Workers' Paradise, right?
I'm just trying to do right by the... No, I'm just trying to commit to my strategy. But okay, I'm just trying to do right by the people who actually generate the suzerain's wealth.
I don't think the suzerain cares much about the welfare of its workers. Here, watch this.
The lieutenant continues his strategy of aggressively producing apricots for export. He fulfills contract after contract, racking up ever more victory points. The end game is upon you. What will be your crowning achievement as the suzerain's territorial administrator? You could continue your efforts to win the hearts of your worker tokens by building the rarely attempted public education system for your territories. Alternatively, you could actually try to win the game by building the extremely valuable victory column in Revachol, or by crushing the lieutenant in a devastating trade war. The choice is yours.
Build a public education. I hope this doesn't count as... I hope I'm not becoming a communist cop here. Oh well. Go for a public education. We commit. We go for the public education system.
Your commitment to doing right by your workers pays off, and you manage to construct the rarely attempted public education system. You truly have the best educated worker tokens in the entire world. Unfortunately, you were sent to the territories to produce raw resources. not overly educated second-class citizens. If anything, this might negatively impact your final score.
See? I warned you investing in your workers wasn't going to pay off.
Might worker tokens have a right to an education, Kim?
Noble as that sentiment may be, it's not exactly a winning strategy in a game that revolves around resource extraction and exploitation. Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we?
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself. You each spend an inordinate amount of time making stacks of coins, consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication. After double, then triple checking your maths, you have your final score. 2 points. Though you're beloved by your well-educated worker tokens, the suzerain is immensely displeased and recalls you from your post.
I've got 20 points.
He says with measured pride.
Hey, at least you went out playing the game how you wanted. There's something to be said for that.
Oh, Kim, you get me. You get me way more than anybody in chat.
Now, let's clean up and get back to work.
You hold the open game box before you.
Really? I didn't get not even 5 XP for that? Come on, I just wanted 5 XP to get a level up. Okay, it's time to just randomly try white checks that we can redo. And I know that most of the white checks I can't do. Samaran butter. I don't know where that is. It says here. I don't remember that. Oh, Jesus, this menu is so awful. I don't know what's wrong with this. Look at this. What is going on here? I have to use the scroll wheel and it feels really awful. That won't help. Okay, we try the Samaran butter, and then we can try the stained glass window. Did you have the butter?
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guarantee. You keep coming back.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Why does the economy need saving?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought. We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
You're right, we've got to save mother economy. No. I don't have children, I think. Powerful economies expand, weak economies extend. Immigrants, no. I don't think I have children. Yeah, I don't think I have children, I think. That's boring. We've got to save mother economy.
That's the spirit. We've all got to do our part. Your part is to open the box and buy some clothes.
Okay, now... Where was Samaran butter? Like, seriously. This menu so much. It's shown here. Wherever that is. Visual calculus. Ah. How far away are we from the Homosexual Underground? Not that far, only 40 minutes. This feels already too far away for the Samaran butter thing. Oh well, I guess we're just gonna try the stained glass window. Also, I no longer have my plus intellect from my smoking. I wish the story would have some fail-safes, where like, it's not getting stuck, but like, it just moves along. I get like punished, but it moves along or something. Because I feel like the story is kind of stuck right now. Not necessarily Kim, rather like, well, I hope the story is not just purely linear. So rather that like things just don't happen.
What is it?
Oh right, the stained glass window. I want to smoke one more time. Yeah, how do I smoke?
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single...
How do I use this? Can I not smoke inside or something like that? Oh! What did I do? I have to be outside to smoke? I mean, the church does look flammable. Maybe I have to be outside to smoke. Do I have a cooldown when I can smoke again? Yeah, it said bottom left. Oh. The point where you have to click it is really weird. I have to click like below the button. It's really strange. And this was visual calculus, right? So... get these off for a second. Let's go away. Visual calculus. Visual calculus. There we go. Oh, and this one. Alright, we're going all out on this check.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious
58%.
and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass, A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
How did I know this is the mother of humanism? Encyclopedia. What?
It's a
Why was it
mystery.
encyclopedia?
A mystery sprinkled with self-pity and regret. For some
Ah.
reason unknown
Why
to
did I-
your mind. Looking at her delicate eyes.
Yeah, I thought it
makes
was
you feel
visual
like you're ready
calculus.
for drowning.
Oh, it was the Samaran brother, it was visual calculus. Ugh.
All you know is, this is the young mother of humanity.
Ah. The game really doesn't want to give me anything. No XP. Nothing. Wow. I even started smoking.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep.
Okay, we're back to where I was an hour ago. I've exhausted all my ideas. I wish I had 5 more little XP points. But I don't. I try lying to Everett, it just doesn't let me lie. He just says, no, no, I know you didn't do it. The game basically says, but thou must. I tried to lie to him and he says, no, no, no. I know the postman. I know you haven't thrown in any envelope. And then I'm like, okay, let me just throw in the envelope.
But the
And then it
documents
says,
inside the envelopes.
It's not going to be
but
that
they're not
easy.
signed.
We need to dirty our hands with it.
We don't need to. We can just throw it in there.
You take the legal.
Just throw it in there. Oh. It didn't even give me a checkout line. Come on. What is this? Why does it jump back? So what happens if I just fill out this thought and then I'm soft locked or what? I guess the game doesn't care if you soft lock yourself. It's just like, yeah, that's your own fault. How about you? Can I bother you? Can you give me 5 XP?
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad...
Got any
Nope,
smokes on you?
don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release
Don't
of death.
smoke, he says, with the smoke in his hand.
Hey, isn't he like smoking right now? The
You're
smell is
smoking
in the
right
air.
now.
Okay. But this is my last one. And it's a bad habit. You should quit before both of us have lung cancer.
I'd probably need day 5. I mean, that's a good argument. There might just be time progress things. Yeah, we're doing this. We're just gonna read books now, Kim. Because I'm not willing to invest into volumetric shit compressing. There almost certainly is. Yeah, Alright. Although I kind of feel bad for not being able to do anything, but Harry doesn't have a clue what's going on. So Harry, how about we read more of Dick Mullen? Yeah, I've been there. That was the first stream. Kuno's apartment? No. I don't know where Kuno's apartment is. So...
In your hand,
tough
you
love.
hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
This is gonna take hours.
Why? There's truly no point. You'll never know who did it, because those pages have literally been scattered to the wind.
I just want to relive the
If you
experience.
insist. But again, it's really pointless. The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town along the Insulindian coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked.
Hey, just
and
run, not
returns
too
home,
many.
where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights.
But you're
In
right,
your
there was a door. Did I ever go into that door? No, that door was locked. I did go into that... I did go into the empty apartment. Well, let's check it out. Was there a door there that I missed? Man, I really wish Harry hadn't been so rude to the guy there. No. I thought this door could be open, but it can't. I mean, yeah, I've been here. That's not an apartment, though. So... been in both of these. And we could interact with something here. Hey, there's somebody there. Okay, this door is definitely openable, but not for us. Okay, we're just gonna hope that something happens on day 5. Probably people get shot, we fail the main mission. I get punished. But if Harry's so bad, then he is so bad. Let's read the primer for small
You
kids.
hold in your hand the colorful primer. The title
Exactly
reads,
what I need.
This book will show you the score. Get you oriented with those basic concepts you appear to be hazy on. The anthropomorphic bear will give you the lowdown of your life.
On what?
The alphabet.
Flip through the pages.
Every page has one word designating one letter of the alphabet with a faded illustration. Most of them are scientific and cultural principles. It goes as follows.
Let's do this.
A is for azimuth. B is for
B
Boreas.
is for Boreas.
C is for cosine. D is for diamite.
That's not how you write cosine,
E
yeah.
is for ellipse. F is for phlogiston. G is for gamete. H is for homeboy. I is for econ. J is for Eura. K is for collapse. L is for laudanum. M is for myriad. N is for nadir. O is for aureole. P is for perihelion.
Yeah.
Q is for quasar. R is for rhododendron. S is for sinus. T is for tricolor. U is for ultra. V is for vector. W is for Wahrheit. X is for xylophone. Y is for Ustava. Z is for zenith.
That's it?
That's it. You know the alphabet now.
The book away. That was only 15 minutes. That's not very efficient. I don't want to read 16 Days of Coldest April again. That book hurts, literally. Let's read
The
Love for Me
face
again.
of King Freecell smiles at you.
No.
The Greatest Innocence by Joao
No, not The Greatest Innocence. Where's Dick Mullen?
In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken
Hello.
identity.
I wish we could just sit on a bench.
Why? There's truly no point. You'll never know who did it, because those pages have literally been scattered to the wind.
Relive the experience.
If you insist. But again, it's really pointless. The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vesper to a small town along the Elysium coast. Despite
Yeah,
his
that's why I
friend's
knew
apparent
Vesper was like a
agitation,
place.
Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights.
Keep reading.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vesper police and charged with the murder of
And yeah, we
Charlie
had just had a
Spillane.
thought breakthrough.
At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vesper police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
Keep reading.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane
I'm
was
just
murdered
studying how
and
to be a
meets
good cop.
beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana Deneuve.
Now it's getting interesting.
Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel.
Uh-huh.
Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
Tell me about the corrupt police again.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with
Okay,
a
that was
noticeable
15
limp
minutes.
from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder? A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but
That
he
also
is
is 15
correct
minutes.
height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
The art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did.
I like the phrasing of "got did."
That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Okay, so I want to know which of these is the most efficient to listen to advance the time. So we're going to count the number of words in each of those. So tell me about the corrupt police captain again.
Outwardly, the
1,
old police captain
2,
is
3,
a real
4,
law
5,
and
6,
order
7,
crypto-fascist, a
8,
barrel-chested
9,
man
10,
who's beaten his share
11,
of suspects to pulp.
13, 14,
But
15.
he's also dirty and
16,
increasingly
17,
paranoid
18,
that
19,
someone's
20.
going to expose his role in the
Let's
drug
count the
ring.
number of rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.5.
He would certainly have the motive and the means,
7,
but the captain
8,
walks with a noticeable
9,
limp
10,
from
11.
an old war injury. Is it
So,
possible that he was
let's say
able
10,
to conceal
10
it long
lines.
enough to commit the murder?
Whew, counting the individual words, that was way too fast for me. Okay, how about the sun?
A typical privileged
1,
twat.
2,
In all
3,
likelihood,
4,
he's
5,
just in
and a bit.
over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly
1,
have
2,
Dick
3,
Mullen's
4,
manly build,
5.
but he
So this
is
is
the correct height. And while interrogating
maybe
him
slightly
at his
more,
home,
or maybe
Mullen
the same.
did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
Alright, what about the art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did. That said, Torvald
1, 2,
and
3,
Spillane
4,
have
5.
a long
There's
history,
more. 1,
and
2,
while
3, 4,
interrogating
5.
him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Deanna Deneuve.
Somehow,
Could it be that this is
the
all
art
over a
collector feels
sordid
the
love
longest.
triangle?
What do you guys think? Maybe we should count the number of syllables.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order
1, 2, 3,
crypto-fascist,
4,
a
5,
barrel-chested
6,
man
7,
who's beaten his
8,
share
9,
of
10,
suspects to
11,
pulp.
12,
But
13,
he's also dirty
15,
and
16,
increasingly
17,
paranoid
18,
that someone's
19,
going to
20.
expose his role
1,
in the
2,
drug ring.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 12. Someone. That's 12. 13. Going? Yeah, going. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 60. 1, 2, 3, 63.
He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war
2,
injury.
3,
Is it possible
4,
that he was
5,
able
6,
to conceal it long
7,
enough to commit the murder?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3. Noticeable. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that was 40 something plus 60 something, slightly above 100. Okay, I think I'm going crazy.
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane,
they're probably all very
a former
similar.
prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration.
Although this feels shorter, but I don't know. Maybe I should just time
The
it.
kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
Okay, let's listen to the art collector again.
The art
I can't
collector, is
count.
a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone.
But I'm
let
not
alone
gonna
plug
abort them.
3 times in the chest.
If we
the
have
way
to-
Spillane got did.
If we have to do our time, we have to do our time listening to this book.
That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Deanna Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Alright,
Outwardly,
once more.
the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder? A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height, and while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
And what about the art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strong
Torvald.
mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane did.
He might just be a good actor.
That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Oh, let's go on with the
One
story.
evening, Diana Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms.
Get it, Mullen.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Diana Deneuve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. Always aim for the center of mass." Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words.
Wait,
A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly.
we used to have something else used to chip in there usually. Fuck.
When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Double fuck. The heat is
Mullen
on.
trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. And you'll never know what happens, because the rest of the book is gone.
I can surmise.
What makes you think this isn't the final Dick Mullen case?
There's already a book, Dick Mullen, the final case.
How do you know this isn't the final case?
Okay, whatever.
In your hand, you hold 4/5
Wait,
of Dick
that didn't
Mullen
even
and the
give
mistaken
me anything. Okay, first we're gonna advance our thought now.
Homosexual Underground.
Yes.
Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours? Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake, please say you didn't.
Okay. Bonus from the thought. Stop obsessing about sexuality. What? That's all I'm getting? Okay. Thanks. Kim?
Yes?
I have big news, Kim. Tell Kim about how you no longer obsess over your sexuality.
Okay.
I've managed to stop obsessing about my sexuality.
Great. Imagine all the time you'll have for work.
5 XP!
Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now.
5 XP! I invested a whole thought for 5 XP! No more cock carousel talk? No, I've... Nod.
He turns his attention elsewhere.
Just one thing though.
What?
Are you part of the homosexual underground?
You didn't stop at all, did you? You are just obsessing about other people's sexuality now.
Reaction speed? Yeah, but...
But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mine project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work.
We got a revelation.
That's the truth.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. Oh man, Kim, I'm sorry. But thanks for saving me the 20. That was the level, yes. Those 5 XP were exactly the level. Exactly the level. And you know what we're gonna invest them in? We're gonna invest them into... Oh no, I better make triple sure I know what this check is. I'm pretty sure this is a rhetoric check. Figure out With Titus. Where's Titus? Titus Hardy, rhetoric. Godly. Gonna make this rhetoric check. Rhetoric, you're getting a point. We're also going to equip our best rhetoric clothes, which are just this shirt, I think. So I don't think there was anything else. I'm triple checking this again, but I'm pretty sure there was nothing else. Yeah, we will smoke. We will smoke. And we'll hope. We'll hope. Wait, is our intellect still 4? No, it's not. Okay. I have to take some meds. Now we have rhetoric 6. Oh, that's... It's a godly check, but we have lots of supporting stuff. This is it now. This is what we've been working for. This is why we've been reading Dick Mullen all this time. Titus Hardy.
It's you again. What is it?
Just spit it out. Just tell me the truth. Come on, man. Just come on. 83%. Please. Please. Okay. Okay, everybody. Calm down. Calm down. Everett asked him to cooperate. Angus can't take the pressure. We warned about the tribunal. We discussed the 8th Hardy and we confronted him about the drug trade. Just tell me convince him that he's being manipulated.
Convince Titus is being manipulated? Bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter.
What?
But you know someone who might.
One of his boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy, Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker.
Put him in the... That is what I wanted to do the entire time.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
That's it then. Case closed. Look around. We're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
All because... what should I say? Because you're a foreigner? Because of some chick? Probably doesn't matter. Because you work for the wrong people? Because they like killing? Because you work for the wrong people. Yeah, let's write that down.
Goddamn right, this is Union Town. You work for the company, we will kill you.
Fuck, Dennis. We don't kill you if you work for the company. Half the harbor works for the company.
Work for the wrong company, and they execute you.
It's cool, guys. You drag them out back, light their corpses on fire, and piss on them. You don't care. They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make your display of your corpse. And that's true. They club you from behind, string you up, and go back to drinking.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We didn't hit him, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
He knows what you're trying to do. Yeah, but... What? I know for a fact that he's trying to shoot me. I don't like the options that I'm getting. What happens if I keep talking? You're gonna kill me too in this bar for nothing? Ah, but Angus is the weak one. Look at Kim first. I don't want to get Kim killed. Yeah, we gotta call him out. We gotta call Theo out. I mean, I don't feel like I'm having more options here. What does the flare guy do? I mean, I don't like being bullied, so I gotta give Kim a look.
The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod. What? What does that mean?
Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? Yeah, and we're turning to Angus.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Yes?
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment.
The room falls quiet. So quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
Ah. I'm sorry I made you guys fight. Nah, we don't care. Kiss when we did it? Nope. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
Yeah, I mean, I fully expect you to be like, oh no, he was shot with my own pistol. No, that doesn't make sense. We were here afterwards.
At least you'll know what to look for now, when you get around to doing the autopsy.
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs? The 8 Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Okay, if Klaasje didn't kill him, why the cover up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
That can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
Yeah, that sounds like a lie.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the merc then?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had the ideas about his past too?
I do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
Whisper to Kim, we did
The
it.
lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
I'm not sorry I made the guys fight. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker, the missing 8th Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus.
We're Hardy Boys. And that's it.
Sure, but can you tell me anything about this affiliate? Name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klausya you want to talk to.
Alright, thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you would still prefer if we didn't take her away?
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
You're thinking with your dick, Titus.
We'll take that into account.
No, we won't, Kim. No, we won't. Don't even indulge him.
Can I help you?
Yeah, about the whirling.
Another thing. Yes?
No, okay. Confront Klausya with the Hardy story. Well, I sure wish I had my gun. It's time to get shot. Man, that old Theo, he had a real gun there. She's probably gone though. This would be the perfect timing for the story, for her to be gone. Kim's got... Yeah, probably Kim is the one taking the bullet, honestly. Like, there's a whole lot of mechanic. No, but on the other hand, there's so many dialogues that wouldn't work without Kim, so... Yeah. So she's worried that someone saw them. What she did, that she shot him. Why did she shoot her buddy? What's she up to? Yeah, You're coming with us, lady.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You lied to us, miss.
I didn't lie. Not a lot. I've done my absolute best not to. I just...
'Tis true. The lady hath tried to avoid falsehoods.
Nice.
It was a mistake. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Yeah, all liars try to avoid lying.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions.
Oh, I'm still wearing my
Is
rhetoric
it?
outfit.
Something is off here.
Yes.
Shush. I can't hear what she's saying.
Oh.
Why did you waste our time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
Yep, and now you're gonna try to shoot someone.
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette or a gun.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern? You're afraid of the moral
You
intern?
share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Alright, first, what happened the night here? The night he died.
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her side.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Shake your head, that's a motherfucker. Just nod, we're going to need more details. I'm sorry this happened to you. Are you sure you're not making this up? I don't like this story, yeah. I don't like this story. I don't care about her fingernails. We're going to need more details. No, I'm gonna press her. Are you sure you're not making this up?
I'm not lying to you.
Uh-huh.
You may sometimes be bad at reading her, but this time, truly, she's telling you how it really went down.
Sure.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
Her cigarette has singed her fingers.
What time
Serves
was
you
this?
right.
When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do then?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Okay. When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Oh, great. It's gonna be the church top, isn't it? Alright, what happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby, huh?
Ruby?
Who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
She's the drug runner.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To mislead us?
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
It's a shame we never got around to doing a thorough autopsy. And when was the tampering? 20 minutes after death?
What kind of answer is that, Kim? It's a shame? They just literally admitted they were like tampering with the corpse to make it so that our autopsy wouldn't result in real results. And now you're sad we didn't get fake results? Kim, come on. It was just my genius that kept us off this wrong trail.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby, where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Mm-hmm.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
What did you do to have these people after... No, what did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that. Serves them right. When I am king of this savings banks will be the first against the wall. You're right, this is bad. You've destroyed what people have built. That's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into, yeah?
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting, a lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
Did you kill Lily?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this.
Because you're a druggie.
He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
It's okay if you did it in self-defense.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
True, sire. 'Tis true.
Downstairs people have this crazy idea that you killed him. Really? Do they? Well, let's just lie that.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
Uh-huh, sure. Okay. Some other questions, miss.
Like what?
Could the police, the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Maybe it did.
I just don't know. I don't know anything.
We can't go after Lou's cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Then why did you call the cops?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth.
I'm not gonna disagree with you.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once.
A good time for me to be shot, yeah.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravachol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
Drama is really useless here. I do believe she did kill the cops. When was the window changed?
Last week.
Also,
Angus
I like the
and
task
Titus's
complete thing.
brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it. I told you I'm a horrible girl. I told you things break around me.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom, inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
We're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or...
Discuss the secret route. God's name, wake up. Okay, we're gonna dress for drama. Oh, we don't have any smokes left. Ugh. But we do have drama outfits. Somewhere. I'm sure we have some drama somewhere. Ugh. Do I have to smoke again? Alright, let's... Oh, we can't buy cigarettes. The frit is closed. Alright, let's check
window
this.
Is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it.
Okay, visual calculus. Visual calculus. That's you and you. Alright, let's visually calculate this.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Wait, why would my health keep the stats low for surprise checks? I don't understand. Oh, I see. Oh well, yeah. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Like, I don't wanna... I'm just gonna roll with this. Yeah. Alright, you've heard what happened.
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness.
Oh, that was a close call.
In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
What position are they in? Oh, Jesus Christ. Of course, there's this island.
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired.
That doesn't look like her. So what are we reconstructing?
The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Wait, they enter in his mouth? Okay, I guess we figured now out that he was shot in the mouth. Where does it come from? I mean, I can see the shot trajectories, yeah. But what are we reconstructing it from is just my question. Like, how is this working, actually? Because we didn't really know where the window was hit. And just, he was kneeling on the bed. There's a lot of angles you could be on a bed. Yeah, I'm using my Chiso powers, that is. Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
That's supposed to be the man? Did he really look this young? Have a look at point A, the roof. A prime, sorry.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Could there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room? A closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Schizo? 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 I said schizo, because in German it's schizophrenic. Schizophren. So, but it's schizophrenic. Yeah. Anyway, are there any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Alright, extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely,
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
yeah, we did find some smokes at B double prime. Have a look at B prime, the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
What about Land's End?
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
Okay, is this the actual reason why you would go to Land's End? Am I going to get now the mission, explore all the points? Have a look at B triple prime, the islet.
1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime the boardwalk, B double prime Landsman, B triple prime the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling.
It does.
Hypothesis.
It does. Alright, let's blink. Let's get dressed. Actually, we need to get dressed for drama now. Wake up, girl, wake up. I think she shot him from the roof. Or somebody else shot him from the roof. Most likely she shot him.
I was just thinking, what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
In God's name, wake up.
But we are awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details women usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind. We are a bulwark, unbreached.
Uh-huh.
If you have doubts, just give us one example of deceit. Just one, and we will gladly change our minds.
Could the lurid explicitness conceal something less sensational but more illegal?
Who is this personhood picking these seditious options? Can't you see the detective grows weary of your malcontent?
Oh, the drama is breaking the fourth wall. Repeatedly.
Stop staring at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. This is making you look like an amateur. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Ah. Okay, drama is not waking up. Let's have another look at the secret room again. Drama seems really bad. Am I the only one who thinks drama is really bad? Okay.
You clearly see
jackpot.
Yeah, no, the footprints are still the same as before. So wait, did Guard not know about the destroyed window? Did he lie? I have to confront Guard. Where's the cook? I guess the cook is gone at this hour. Alright, Guard. What about the window?
Can I help you?
Another thing.
Yes.
No? Okay. Then at least Sylvie must have known about the window. I mean, yeah. If Sylvie didn't tell him, sure. Need to buy a book to pass time. Yeah, thanks, game.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pick up the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Sylvie.
Just a second, officer. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes, hello?
It's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
Test Class's story? What? Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made the call?
No. I honestly don't know.
Seems like Glacia wasn't lying when she said it was her. This corroborates her story. She made the call.
She iseth the fairest of them all. The ugliness of lies would never escape her lips.
Oh, drama, really. Why didn't you call? No, we already asked her that. Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
I showed you my gun. When did that happen? I love this talk.
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
And then what? What did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them.
Off of what?
You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that. I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains." Very nice visuals there.
Okay, I don't know what to say. No. Look at this world, I would love to stay.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
Okay, what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
I find it... Am I the only one who finds it really, like, jarring that she would change her voice to like, cite him? It sounds funny, but it doesn't sound like what a Sylvie in the situation would do.
It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
Alright. Goodbye.
You hear the call
Anything else I...
Yeah, we're
in
done
the
here.
cabin.
Okay, Kim, what do we do next? Tell me where the shot came from and make Titus give up Ruby's location. Which one first, Kim? Alright, I'm also for determining the gunshot. Let's not waste any time. No, wait, that was the wrong fast travel. Ah, but I would need Joyce's help. Or the other one there. It's gonna be tough, because she doesn't want to let me use her ship. Oh. Where would I have a clean shot here? No, that's not it. You'd think I could just pass this check because I've already been here, but nope. Alright, where exactly? The boardwalk for bullet traces. Yeah, Maybe it would be this corner. But this is like... I hope nobody was... This is like not something where you can hide, so... Does this still count as part of the boardwalk? Over here? On the map it looked like more it was the northwesternmost point. I don't think I can do this.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. Maybe I need a light? At least we look cool. We look like actual policemen, Kim. Close to midnight, though. Any bullet traces? Where would I find bullet traces here? Oh, is there a thought here? I mean, on top of this roof, for example, wouldn't be bad. At the very end here. I mean, we've looked through this,
There's
right?
some tear. An empty cigarette package.
Yeah. Okay, let's check the cigarettes again, but the cigarettes were okay.
There's some tear. Whoever tossed it here. You see
Kebab.
traces. It's hard to concentrate in the smell.
Tear.
No.
A tragedy.
No, that's the same. I mean, it makes me think that one of the hints will be the cigarette type, and that because there's cigarettes already at 2 out of the 3 places. And the cigarettes at Land's End, at least they were hidden. Somewhere here? Kim, you know, you could really help. No, actually, I'm the one who calculated where they came from, so I should really have a better idea of what I meant and where to look.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. In the distance, you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there, in the whirling in rags.
Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator?
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps, but anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out biddable prime, was it?
What about the cigarette butts?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Johan? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Maybe the assailant climbed to the comms tower, took the shot there.
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
Let's look over the water to the whirling and rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. It's late. There is no light on the 3rd floor of the whirling in rags. No shape moves behind it. Glazia must be out on the town.
She's fleeing. Damn it. Check island. Check the boardwalk. How are we gonna check the island though? Or the islet, sorry. Right, that just means these are like pop-ups checks, so I have to just stand in the right spot for it. Wow.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in
But the
front
structure
of
has been used to take the shot.
From here to the whirling? I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Okay. So why... If the church is in the way, doesn't that mean the church would be a spot to take the shot from? Let's look up. No. Can't look up. Can't figure out that... Alright, lady, did you shoot anything?
Yes, what is it?
Okay, now. Okay, search the boardwalk. But I'm searching the boardwalk. Come on. Where would the bullet traces be? There's something up there. There's a door up there? Oh, how am I supposed to get in there? Climb the ladder? No? How do we get up there? You can clearly see there's some way up there. Well, that might just be a red herring. If it's a red herring, well, get done, game. Because I feel baited. You wanted to say something here? How do we get up there? And nope. What about this pipe? No, can't crawl to the pipe. Okay, is the boardwalk just like this tip of the ice here? Not really a boardwalk, is it? But it could serve as a gunshot position.
Hello again.
Church? Kim, we're not getting anywhere here. Hardcore. The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H. I mean, you could maybe shoot from here. No? No. Yes? No.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
Be seeing you. Okay, Kim. I don't know how to find the boardwalk bullet traces. There seem to be none. Let's try to ask Joyce. I said Y to the E. And then the 6 A's. And you wrote 7 A's. Come on, Neff. What an amateur. Alright, Joyce, we need your help.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Let's talk about the lynching.
Of course. Anything to help.
Ah,
I am
let's
sorry
talk
to have been the
about-
bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I
Let's
can
talk about
help
the
you with,
boat.
what would you like to know?
I think I have a hand on that
Good.
boat thing. I need your boat to get over there. Thank you, that's awful. How do I get over to the island? That's probably where Ruby also is. Well, I guess I have to ask Titus and then he gives me a boat. It's my accent, mm-hmm. Alright, Titus.
It's you again. What is it?
I need to know what kind of check I need to do with you here now. Probably not visual calculus. So we're gonna switch out our visual calculus gear. Oh, I hate doing this, but also I'm not a visual calculus guy, so... Oh no! I'm already wearing my normal gear. I just need to get rid of my light here. Rhetoric? Yeah, we do have a point in rhetoric now, so we might as well keep our rhetoric gear on. Although it does hamper our empathy. Who cares about empathy, right?
It's you again. What is it?
Okay, I talked to Classy and now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
Because I have seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear. I need to pin this on someone. I've decided to pin this on her. I suspect she killed the wind victim. A civil war is brewing. She's a suspect in another case? A drug smuggling? Yeah, we know that. Because she's your real leader.
You're cuckoo, cop. I'm the only man responsible for this unit. Get with it, or fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say I suspect you killed the victim. I mean, I could test if they like her when I say I want to pin this on them. On her. I've seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instincts whisper her name into my ear. Yeah, that sounds like a disco cop.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
He throws a glance at Titus as the last syllable leaves his lips. The big guy sighs.
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Oh god. I have to now make a case that Ruby is the suspect. And because I found all the evidence early, I don't get to do this check multiple times. I just get this chance now. I don't even have a lot of smokes to smoke. Alright, now we need a logic outfit. I guess this is our logic shirt. Conceptualization, empathy. As if. Well, oh, there's some logic here. There's some logic here. Ooh, there's... Where does this go? What is this? What's a hat? That's a logic hat. Man, there's a lot of logic we can equip. There's another logic hat, but this logic hat is better. Alright. +5 in logic. Holy moly.
It's you again. What is it?
Come on, don't make me wait, game. 83%, come on. I have no good pens, yeah.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
I wonder how this looks that I dress differently in front of him and suddenly I become like some kind of geek mastermind super logic detective. Why are you so sure Ruby didn't of him?
Because she was here all night with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the bar for a drink.
No.
That's a lie.
You know that's not the case. In the whole 45-minute window she just with you with... You know that's not the case.
Alright. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Cop. And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he's suspected her too. Alright, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
Okay, Drama wants me to lie. We have a ballistic lab in Kurun. We consulted in cases like this.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. Still, all the labs in the world don't put her on that roof. How'd she get there? Climb?
There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
How?
Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here. Sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd she get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
What? There's an elevator there.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used to get up there?
That's right.
That's wall mystery down there. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it?
There were pinball machines in the workshop, still operational.
Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
I just thought we could bring some down. What if they're somehow connected to the murder? A pinball murder? No. Okay, I thought we could bring some down, get some new machine in here.
Wow, man, can we? I mean...
That'd be awesome. I beat that royalist machine 20 times now.
All right. We can get the barman to bring them down. What else?
He's not angry that I'm wasting his time? That feels out of character. I also found footprints upstairs in the old workshop.
Footprints. Recent.
He looks tough, but there is a nervous twitch in his dark green eye. This is all too close to home for him. The tracks were recent, but not worn down in the right foot like Ruby's. It's best to omit this pesky little polemic for now. Too confusing.
Recent. A week or two.
That close, huh? How fortunate. I'll take a thorough look at those prints myself before I believe that call. Good news is, I'm still listening.
And guess what? Remember that key I found there?
I don't like guessing, Cole. No one does.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
Ruby found it. That's how she got up there.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old, faded. It'd have been there for 20 years at least.
She could have put it back there once she was done.
Why? This doesn't make sense. It's damn interesting, but it doesn't fit well, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
Have we firmly established Ruby could have had an access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
No, the pawn shop sold my gun. That doesn't make sense because the timing on that should be completely off. She could have smuggled guns.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
All I'm saying is, from what I've saw in her cabin, she had no trouble getting... She'd have no trouble getting a gun.
Trouble. This is Revachol. Even the roidheads in the gym had a carbine. No one has trouble getting a gun. I still never saw her carry one.
He must be referencing some past case of theirs. He's angry because he knows you're right. What he's saying only confirms your theory.
Alright, I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her.
Alright, Cole. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge? No, maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
Hello, 5 Orange. By now I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Alright, when did she... Did you get a new job to find her? Not yet, huh? Weird. When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me, personally?
Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
She probably knew from my singing day. I've come to declare the ending of the human experiment. That's an Apocalypse Corp or something. Was that Doomsday Corp? No. I'm sorry, God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? No wonder I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head. Yeah, no. She knew me from my singing days.
Yeah, that's real funny. She wasn't laughing, though.
He looks at you.
You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes, and that you won't stop.
Won't stop the beat.
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
Hey, that's what we're doing. So Mr. Super Cop of the Apocalypse Cop, who do you think did it? Well, I don't know yet. Actually, who do I think did it? I still think it was Klaasje.
And then when they're all empty, just move on to the next camp. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
Is that true? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
Oh, tell me more about me. Oh, you make me blush, Kim. Anything else? Anything.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught Pete. But she was too scared.
Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Alright.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
You're all here. Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
Ah, so she didn't go to tell Everard.
No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Alright, where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There are some shit houses there. A cinderblock town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked.
Wow, this comes really late. I've been there like 3 times already. Do I have to talk to everybody there again?
I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
To ask about Ruby in the village. Really? Right? This feels like late. Maybe I'm just very slow on the case.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man.
Do you know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
It's the same pace you had.
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. hail something.
It's not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
He puts his hand out. Do I shake his hand? No, you're still a suspect, Titus. And you lied to me. But it's not very disco to refuse a hand.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
Alright, Kim. We could level up more. We could get a thought free. First of all, we have to dress again. Rhetoric is a bit better. There. So this is like logic outfit corner. Check shirt. Actually, one of those items is pretty good, right? 2 logic, -1 perception. Ah, this guy is just +1 perception. Yeah, but I like my perception. That's like one of my main skills. I don't want to dumpster my main skills. The can opener doesn't humanize his cans. No, I don't. But I can still shake his hand. I was thinking I'm gonna shake his hand and I'm still gonna just throw him into jail, so... I wonder if that description of who you are depends on the kind of checks you do. Oh, that's probably what the children are for, because they're so useless right now as characters. Literally useless characters. Anything in here? Probably not. Now let's just make sure. Alright. Granny.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Okay, oh, because you're blind, right.
It's a sharp one.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
You know something. We're here to help.
Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Help the storm clouds gather on the horizon.
I see. You know something, but you decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Okay, get into her shack somehow. Well, isn't that the shack where I'm living? Okay, well that means there's also perfect
It's
time to go
getting
to bed
late
here.
and it's snowing.
Good night,
night.
officer.
I hope I don't get shot by Glacia this night. That is always a high possibility. Oh, suddenly there's a floorboard.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others.
Okay, that is bullshit.
The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
That is literally, that does not make sense that I would notice this now. Ah.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in there?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand though.
I mean, yeah, what's so bullshit about progress gating? Search to the sand and
You
sawdust.
stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper.
What is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
A bullet.
The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
That's scary. That's scary. Let's sleep.
The bed is comforting, if a bit. The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Yeah,
like
it's our
a
least
deftly
favorite part.
cast fishing net. Sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes. Tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Dark Shore my ass, I know what this is.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't scare me.
Hear that? You are naive to think he's afraid of his bloodied hands. Soul brother. Oh no. I see inside his amygdala and his hippocampus. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
Oh, what is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
I just want to sleep.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
The last dream?
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
The air will smell of apricots.
Of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
I can't wait, I can't wait.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Okay, open your eyes. Give me some health. Wait, why am I not wearing my right outfit? That's the right, that's how I Harry. That's how I Harry. Oh, it's snowing, Kim, isn't it? That's nice. Alright, lady. I need to squeeze you a bit more, I'm
Our
sorry.
tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
A bullet?
The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, then turns to the washerwoman.
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out the rag after a long silence. Her hands move into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
You said she left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
Is the room exactly as she left? No, I've slept there 3 nights, but okay. Is the room exactly as she left it in?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else?
No.
The truth, sire.
What is she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that
really?
about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
She looks back towards her shack, thinking.
Your hand twitches, a single bullet hidden from sight. Remember the way it slides into the barrel, the muzzle of the loaded weapon pointed at your heart. It feels familiar, doesn't it?
I have an exclamation in my mind.
Aye. Do tell.
It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
The world. This, spread your hands.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
No, she's a fighter.
She really believes that.
Did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieux she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
She may simply have kept the equipment elsewhere.
Alright, where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north. You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
This is a cool moment. It needs a cool thing to be said.
Say the cool thing. Let's rock with our cock. Okay, let's say the cool thing. It's savoir-faire. I rolled a 20. Jesus Christ. Let's rock with our cock.
What?
I mean, let's rock with our cock out.
You're still not saying it right.
Let's rock with our cocks out.
It's too late now.
The old woman shakes her head, slowly.
No! Oh no. Further up the coast we go then. Are you sure she didn't go somewhere more pleasant and less wet?
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here, get a nice cozy fire going in the heater.
The Feld electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Okay, goodbye.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
The air is getting colder.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Ah yes, I totally believe that. As in, I don't. Oh? Some new spot to stop at. Oh, a sewer?
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Kim, any ideas what's down there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Wait, we're also gated on noticing an underground bunker because I didn't know that Ruby was missing yet. Okay, it's going a bit off the rails with the gating here. Think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere.
Or maybe I just missed it. Maybe
there's no.
I'm not sure.
storm
Maybe
drain
I just
system
missed
beneath
it.
Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol's sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not in there.
I hope not.
Yell ho into the slit. No, we're not yelling ho into the slit. That's stupid. Maybe I just missed it. Maybe that Ruby option is just an optional voice line that appears later. Wait, I haven't invested my skill point. Oh, where do I want my skill point though? I mean, I don't have a great thought, but I was really I'm worried I'm gonna get stuck again. Okay, well, how about you, sir?
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
You're here again? Okay, I'm looking for a suspect.
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
You're here 2 days in a row.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said,
I can't
this
skill
is
endurance,
just a day
Neff.
off. We just arrived anyway.
He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
We just arrived anyway. No, he's not telling the truth. He was here yesterday.
You see, a once bright mural
Or even the day
towering
before.
above you. The signage has peeled off over the years.
Yeah, with some
but
drugs,
you
sure.
can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
And now I step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
What? Why is this suddenly an option? Okay. Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there. Or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Shivers check. Found the empty trap. Heard Lena's true story. Made that awful call. Death notification. Found the jacket. Listen to the wind. Why is that a shivers check? I want perception. Oh, well.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
What was I even attempting here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city. Whatever you thought would happen did not. And now you're just standing there in the pale of the morning, with your hands fallen to your side.
She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
And if that fails, we don't find her.
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
He looks behind him at the dark red box crumbling across the chasm. The dark red box crumbling across the chasm.
Walk
Oh,
the
that building.
coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast.
Okay. Keep searching. I'm running down the coast again? This really feels like you should be here when you search it the first time. So that you have any reason to search it. This was what I was complaining about before, that I have no real reason to search it. But then again, I was stuck on the main quest because I refused to get the corpse down. Wait, there's a boat now? Whose boat is this? Oh, don't tell me you also spawned in a boat. Maybe that's just time gated. Maybe that's just a Friday boat. Let's not get angry. Now we get to that boat. There's the boat. Oh, you're here now.
I'll just keep the Cor de Leche in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She always gets this like, oh, music.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way.
It's a jetty. What is a jetty?
Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Jetty, jetty.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty. It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
So how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze towards the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks, construction work left half-finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there? I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
I wonder if this is an alternative way to get over here, if the water lock remains, like, closed or something?
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
Okay, politics time. The place is doomed either way. This is just how the real city looks. The working class have no idea what's happening to it. This is all your fault. The place is doomed either way. Yeah, I just say nothing.
She could easily just... Do you know how they discovered this place?
This island?
No, they're in Celindian, Isola.
What is an Isola exactly?
I'm guessing you don't know then.
No, I don't know how they discovered it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better though.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Well, tell me now, we have time.
Do we?
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism.
How did you hear
I
that?
would not want to delay you. Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit.
Alright, no, you're not really useful here right now. Are you gonna stab her?
Aye, this
Please
is gonna
tell me.
calm down soon, I can feel it.
Okay, no, you're not telling me whether you plan on stabbing her. Alright, drunk guys. Probably you know Ruby, Mr. Abigail. No?
There's...
You know Ruby?
Tequila Sunset.
Have you seen a redhead woman named Ruby?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Alright, okay, it's back to Roman.
The legend.
Oh, Rosemary.
He's back.
No, Rosemary doesn't know either. Children?
The scruffy-haired little boy.
Have you
kicks
seen
the
any
stove
bad
while
people
the other
around?
watches him do it.
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is gonna crack the case.
Okay, let's go for the 3-year-old.
Mister, what were you doing in my fireplace?
There was a phasmid in it. I was trying to catch it.
Oh. Okay.
She nods seriously. Do you know anyone named Ruby?
Luby. Raluby.
Suddenly the girl gets all serious and leans in as if she's about to tell you a secret.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or sometimes I can, but then Uller.
Kids.
Bye!
Yeah. Oh man, why did they make her so adorable? Is she gonna get shot? Oh, I can't do that on stream. Oh no, that was when I was saying let's do the 3-year-old then. Or what did I say? Oh no, I hope I didn't say it like that. I mean, we've searched the entire peninsula. Okay, let's ask her whether she has seen anyone.
Hello again.
Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Teenagers skulking around. Gang members looking for a hole in the Union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too. But she wouldn't be able to tell from here.
Considering what we're trying to do here, this doesn't look like a good sign.
Superstition. We can turn the grim desolation into a fun dance club and thus also help turn this hellhole around.
You know, despite the fact that they're portraying a super poor area and things are not working, everyone is surprisingly nice and educated in some way.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Goodbye, officer. Huh?
We're close. True. Hard. Full. Car. It's hardcore. Skibberdy. Skibber danger. I am the rearranger.
Skibbity skibber danger, I am the rearranger. I don't know more of that song, but it's a scooter song. Is it raining or snowing? The weather can't decide. Well, we can rule out the church, you said. Guess we're just gonna go up further the coast. Let's look at the boardwalk here. What's Kuno's education? Now burn, hit them with a raw for sure. Now burn your draw, yeah. Are those the lines? The actual lines? Do you look them up? I don't know which melody actually continues there. I'm sure... Yeah, that's after the rearranger line. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard the song, so... Maybe she's here.
An old door.
Well, at least if she is, we don't know. We're just running up and down this coast over and over again, aren't we? Maybe it was her who was here. But how would I trigger that thought? Let me find any clues here. No. Consult the felt mirror. Otherwise keep searching up and down the coast. Well, there still is the building. I mean, there's several buildings. Nothing. Alright, let's listen to the... No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go over here. First, we're gonna look at the zoologist. I don't think it's gonna be the cryptozoologist's corner. Also, is that shiver check there necessary for the game? Because you can just keep failing it. Does the game have any failsafes if you just keep failing a check? Because if hundreds of thousands of people play this game, somebody's gonna get unlucky. Alright, what about this house? Okay, now there's a new point. Okay, so this is relevant. Yeah, could the instigator be inside? Well, you're clearly giving me something new here, so... How do we get inside, Kim?
Yes?
How do we get inside?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall.
Yeah, we've looked at these little huts here. Looked at that. Should we look here in the reeds? I mean, would you just lie down in the reeds for a week? I don't know. Oh, well, not a week, but 5 days now. Let's listen to the wind again. I don't know if I don't know if I did anything, but let's listen to the wind again.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, a breeze, like a quiet sigh, moves over you. Go to the children of the big sea.
What the hell was that?
The wind rushes away, leaving you where you were, on the rotting boards of the felled building.
The children of the
Officer,
big sea?
Are you okay? It looked like we lost you for a second.
Did I have a seizure, Kim?
Doesn't look like it to me. Probably not, anyway.
The wind told me to talk to children.
Okay, when you're ready, officer.
But we already talked to children. What about your boy here?
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
Okay, this is starting to feel really weird. Why don't you talk to the children?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Has anything strange happened lately?
We had bad words and said and got in trouble. Bad words. Bad words.
Okay, what happened?
We just heard funny voices. We thought the voices were funny. We said what they said, and then we got in trouble.
Okay, where did you hear them? Was it on the radio?
Radio? What's that? We just heard them in our head.
What do you mean you heard them in your head?
You know, I heard people talking, except just in my head.
Okay, what did you hear?
It was like, it is time at last. My nasty speed reeks. Our brother man is about to grow up.
A memory stirs. You've heard this quickfire patter before.
DJ Flatios, Big Boy Daniel single is here. Buckle up, cause this is the fastest track that you're ever gonna hear.
That is what was on Kim's radio channel, right?
Turn up the volume. Blow those speakers out. Now here's... No. Don't say bad words, stupid.
A word when you're done.
The boy draws a jagged rock across the ground. It leaves a white scratch.
Also, his impact there. My kids. Okay, why was that suddenly an option?
About what the twins had to say. So, those voices they heard.
Yes, of course, earlier, when you turned the radio on in his Kanema.
Speed Freaks FM, your favorite channel. Lieutenant breathes steadily, each inhalation and exhalation control.
I can't explain how they heard it. I believe they heard something, and given the poverty of this part of town, I don't know how they could have heard the radio. However, weird as it is, the situation is not connected to the murder. This isn't our business.
It's a mystery, though. Mysteries are our business. No. The wind told me it's related.
The lieutenant says nothing. An ocean breeze blows in strong. He raises his jacket collar against it.
Besides, maybe it was just a radio they overheard. They might not be old enough to know the difference. How would they have heard the voices?
Didn't Ruby have advanced radio know-how?
The lieutenant shrugs.
Let's at least rule out radios before continuing. Maybe the twins didn't know it was a radio they were hearing. The washerwoman seems to know everything that happens here. Let's ask if she heard anything before moving on. After you.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the
So,
waves
I
don't
couldn't
keep you
ask
up
the
at
children
night.
if something
What
strange
can I
had
help you
happened
with?
before. Oh well, I guess I had no reason to ask them. Feels a little bit... Feels like we were quite superficial when we come here the first time. Have you heard a radio on the coast?
A radio? Ah, no. We play no radio here. There's one in the shack, but it's never used.
Are you sure you didn't hear any radio playing?
Visitors know every sound that belongs to this coast. I would know if I heard anything different.
Any idea how the twins could have heard Speed Freaks FM?
Was that the nonsense we were spouting? Huh. No, I have no idea where they heard it. They've been in earshot all week, and no radio.
We good, Kim?
Let's just get it out of the way as fast as we can. Contact dispatch from my kinema and ask them to connect you to the station. Maybe they can shed some light on this.
Ready to meet your heroes, Kim?
I'm ready when you are.
Anything else?
More questions about
What
Ruby?
more do you want?
Enough
Yes,
about Ruby.
let's-
Yeah. Goodbye. Work with the children of the Big Sea. Okay. This feels really random. Really random. Also, I need to stop soon. I keep saying that, or I want to stop soon.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
We got the radio.
Precinct 57, how may I assist you?
I need you to connect me to Speed Freaks FM.
Come again, officer?
I said Speed Freaks FM. Kim's a big fan.
The lieutenant sighs under his breath. Really? He says, low and tired.
Right. One moment, officer.
Excited, Kim?
No.
I have the GMS on the line. I'll connect you now.
Yo!
Yo, yo.
Yo, you got DJ Mesh here, my man. I got a few minutes before I gotta go back on air. What do you need?
I'm just calling to confirm. Did you debut a new track from DJ Flacio a few days ago?
An asshole is a mouth for shit. And I'm puking.
Okay. I mean, I know that's a song title. It's even putting it in quotation marks. Are you insulting an officer of the law, punk?
What? No! I ain't telling you off, man. That's the name of the song. An asshole is a mouth for shit. And I'm puking.
Is that legal to play?
It's illegal not to play, man. When you got that kind of music
Right
in
answer.
you, the universe demands that you got to let it out. You know what I mean?
I like DJ Mesh.
Plus, Felicia and I got it in our contracts that we could play our own tracks. So really, it would be illegal not to.
Do people like it?
They're loving it, man. The requests keep coming in for more. I really think it's the future of music, I do. Fucking, like, stinkcore or something. Shit's so nasty. Those stink waves come up like sound waves, you know what I mean?
I don't have any idea what you mean.
Doesn't matter. Listen, I'm dead serious when I say fellatio is gonna make it big in this world.
Okay, let's move on. We talked to some kids who said they heard it in their heads. Do you know what that could be? Or how that could be possible?
Come on, man. I just told you we're cleared to play shit like that. Listen, it's not our problem if kids decide to tune into River Shore's hottest station.
It's not that they played it on the radio. They heard it in their heads. Do you know how that's possible?
I don't understand. Are you asking if we can, like, play our station into people's brains?
Sure, forced radio, can't tune out, you'd make a killing on ads. Yeah, like a new way to equalize people, getting them all communism, blah blah. Because I think you're an enemy of traditional values now. Maybe it was part of your civic duty, you were just yeah, can't tune out, you'd make a killing on ads.
Speed Freaks FM is elective listening, man. We don't want to force the people to adopt our thinking. That's fascist bullshit.
No, that wasn't my fascist line, that was my ultra-liberal one. I can do the fascist one if you want. That's fourth wall breaking.
You're a fucking wild man. Sure, let's hear it.
Okay, the fascist thing was me calling you an enemy of the state for force pumping filth into children, thus corrupting traditional values.
Oh, man, I love it. You're great. No, we didn't do anything like that. We know how to. We just played it on air like normal people.
Ah, nice. I like this guy.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Just one thing. Give a big shout out to my man, Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. He's a huge fan of the station.
Huh?
Okay, cop man. Can do, will do. DJ Mesh, out.
The party has terminated the call. Is there anything else I can do for you, officer?
You should check the radio again.
Press the button labeled save and turn on Speed Freaks FM.
Spoke to the wildest cop in Rivershaw. He asked us to give his buddy cop, longtime listener Kim Kitsuragi, a big shout out. Kim, we love you.
Nice. Oh, that is so nice.
Keep it freaky, like DJ Mesh, DJ Flacho, and your wild friend. This one's for you.
We love you, Kim.
If, when a motor carriage's engine was ignited, it could drive by its own accord off to a high mountain, and there write a song, perhaps it'll be something like what you're hearing now.
We aren't discussing this.
After a few bars, the lieutenant turns the radio back to the prime line.
What a reserve of willpower. It's taken all he's got to not smile.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone?
Oh, that was lovely. I'm done with the radio for now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Alright, Kim, I know you loved it.
About that call, let's start from the top. There's no doubt that the twins heard Speed Freaks FM. I still don't know how without a radio, but they did.
Hold up, Kim. Aren't you going to say anything about meeting your radio heroes?
Nope.
Okay, spooky. But what does it mean?
I don't know what it means.
I mean, a weird voice in my head said, go talk to the kids. Maybe it's related?
I don't think the voices in your head are related to this, no.
Ah, but it didn't sound like one of my thoughts. It sounded like a lady.
The lieutenant gives you a long look.
I don't know what to say to that, or what you want me to say. I'm sorry. Did we ask where the kids were when they heard the voice?
Nope.
We could ask where the kids were when it happened. And, Detective, thanks for this. It's been interesting.
I know you love it, Kim. This whole suddenly the twin side quest? I mean, I did say the children were a bit useless before, which is exactly what they were. I don't even know why. This whole side quest was like this isn't, so far it doesn't feel like it should be gated behind anything. Like, I don't see why this should be forced not to be accessible.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Real quick, boys, where were you when you heard the voices?
There.
The ruined monoliths.
We were there.
And so I returned to thee, Feld.
Full circle. Back to Feld, then. When you're ready.
The boy turns the rock up.
Bye, kids. It doesn't want to drown you in side quests, it spreads them out among the days. I don't think this was day limited. I think this was... You need to know that you're hunting Ruby limited. Because it was a follow-up question to Ruby. Even though the question, did you see anything strange, isn't really that big. Okay.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Alright, we need a big encyclopedia check. We haven't pulled an encyclopedia check in a while. Actually, we should probably buy some smokes. The bullet was also definitely gated, yep. I mean, you could hand wave it like you didn't look into your own apartment before because there was no reason to suspect that there was anything wrong. But still feels weird not to notice the floorboard. Okay. I'm gonna make some money. We should ask him if the woman was redhead that bought my gun.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure thing. She didn't. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? Yeah.
Sure, man.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type.
Right, copo types? There are copo
Yes.
types?
Guess what's yours?
The cool cop?
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
Fucking, wouldn't the other copo types be jealous?
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual copo type from sorry to anything.
No, I'm not sorry.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time.
No, I'm
and
really
begin
not
to-
sorry.
Wow.
Fuck off.
Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
I
Hello,
wanna
hello.
pawn.
Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I want to sell this. I want to sell the speakers. Some photos. I'll keep the medicinal spirit, I think. And I'll keep the little headless guy.
Another time, Pat.
I need to go to bed, otherwise I won't catch Lucky's stream in the morning. What would suggestion know about me anyway? Exactly. We're not gonna finish this tonight anyway. I mean, not with that attitude. Let's get some Astra.
A colourful...
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Okay, give me some Astra.
Here you go, mister.
And more.
Here you go, mister.
How many is that? Leave. Oh, I do need more health though. I do need
A
more
small
healing.
cabinet on the wall is
Give me
filled with
more
various medicine bottles.
Okay, here.
And
I
more.
hope. Okay, here.
Okay, 6 smokes now. Yeah, we can afford more.
Again, I'm obliged to inform. Here you go, mister.
Alright, and I'm gonna stop here. And we're gonna restart next time with the interesting mural check. But then again, everybody will miss it because nobody's there at the beginning of a stream. But that's just more reason to keep the stream tab open until tomorrow. Because if I stream tomorrow, there'll be 7 days in a row of Disco Elysium, and then Neff can never complain. Oh, the journal stats, sure. I mean, they haven't really changed that much, have they? Right? I mean, I haven't killed more people, I haven't solved more cases, it hasn't been a year. And yeah, I'm really not very... I haven't really figured out what our Harry is, except he's a superstar cop. And I have no honor. I don't even know what honor answers would be. Your Copometer was completely... Well, it's Sorry Cop 4, but yeah. It wasn't really strong. Your suggestion wasn't really... Oh, I still have a level up. Well. We'll figure out what to do with the level up as well. But we'll do that next time. And I'll hopefully see you there. So the plan for tomorrow is I'll stream this again in the evening. If I stream during the day, I'll stream something else. I'll stream Pharaoh more, maybe. I don't know. I feel like playing more Pharaoh, but I shouldn't because I also have to start playing Terran Conflict. And I don't have that much time because I also need to be working in the evenings, and I also need to prepare for my Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Well, you know, that's life. That's just life. And tomorrow is Hanami start. So I need to go watch some cherry blossoms. Although they say next weekend is really the good one, because then they'll also start falling and it looks like snow. And yeah, they look already pretty here. The cherry blossoms. These trees have a lot of blossoms, way more than the ones in Europe. Anyway, all of you have a good night. I'm gonna go to bed now. Or have a good day, or whatever time it is. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget to change your time tonight. Yeah, in Europe it's time zone change. So tomorrow night, Neff, you gotta be here an hour earlier, Neff, tomorrow night. Remember that. So, I'll be there. I hope you will too.